Students, hope you all are fine at your home. So today we're going to discuss about the structure of sperm as well as ovum. So you can see here, this is the typical structure of the sperm, which is nothing but the male gamete, and this is the structure of the ovum, which is nothing but female gamete. The male gamete, that is sperm, consists of four main structure, that is head, neck, middle piece and tail. Okay, so head comprises of the anterior portion which is known as acrosome. This acrosome consists of sperm lysine. This acrosome consists of sperm lysine that actually degrade the layer or membrane of the ovum during fertilization. Clear? So acrosome is anteriorly placed. यहाँ पे देखिए बिल्कुल आगे ये place है और इस acrosome के अंदर sperm lysine present होते हैं which degrade the layer of the or which penetrate the layer of the egg during fertilization. Next is the head region also comprises of the nucleus. This nucleus is present here. This is the large in size which is placed just behind the acrosome in the head region. Now the neck region, the second one is the neck region which consists of two structures. One is proximal centriole and the second one is distal centriole. This proximal centriole is very much needed during the first cleavage of the zygote during the fertilization or after the fertilization. Next is the distal centriole. This distal centriole is very much needed for the formation of this axial filament in the sperm. Okay, so proximal centriole is required for the first cleavage of the zygote and this distal centriole is required for the formation of axial filament in the sperm. This is all about the neck region which is very small. The third structure which is present in the sperm is the middle piece. You can see here this complete structure is known as middle piece. This middle piece comprises of the mitochondrial spiral. You know very well what is mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell which generate energy, right? So here mitochondria provide energy for the sperm to move, right? Or it provides the sperm the energy for its movement. The next one is the ring centriole which is present here. This is the ring centriole which is present in the middle piece with the unknown function. There is no function of this ring centriole. Okay. Now this axial filament continues in the tail region. This is very much several times larger than the head region in the sperm and with the end piece with the filament naked. Okay, this is the naked filament which is present which is known as end piece. So I am repeating again. This is the particular structure of the sperm. The sperm remain viable or you can say they loses their ability to fertilize after 24 to 48 hours once deposited in the female body genital tract. Okay, so acrosome you can say that is the anterior portion which is placed here. It consists of sperm lysine which degrade or penetrate the layer of the egg during fertilization. Next, it has a large nucleus. After that, there is a neck region which comprises of proximal centriole which is required for the first cleavage of the zygote and there the distal centriole which is required for the formation of axial filament in the sperm. Next is the middle piece which comprises of axial filament as well as the mitochondrial spiral which provide energy for the sperm to move or during the movement it provide energy. The next one is the last structure is the tail one which is surrounded by the plasma membrane. The whole structure is surrounded by plasma membrane and this axial filament continue till the end piece of the sperm. You can see this here, there is no plasma membrane present, only naked filament is present which is known as end piece. Okay, that was all about the sperm. Next is the ovum. So here in the female body, the ovum is alecythal. Alecythal means it is free of yolk. There is no yolk present in the female gamete. Okay? The female gamete is produced inside the ovaries. You can say the female have two different ovaries. One is the right hand side, the other one is left hand side. So this egg is free of yolk. So it is said to be the alecythal. The egg comprises of the nucleus. You can see here the nucleus is present and this nucleus does not contain any centriole or it has a dense structure which is known as nucleolus which act as a ribosomal factory for the protein synthesis, right? So the egg comprises of the nucleus and this nucleus contains nucleolus. There is no centriole present in the Ooplasm. Now what is ooplasm? Ooplasm, the matrix which surrounds the nucleus, is known as ooplasm. So that ooplasm does not contain any kind of centriole. Next, you can see the structure which surrounding the nucleus is known as plasma membrane. This structure is known as plasma membrane. Behind this plasma membrane, there are structures, these structures, they are known as cortical granules. Cortical granules which play important role during fertilization. After the fertilization, there is a membrane changes occurs, so that important role is played by the cortical granules. Now, around the plasma membrane, there is a space of the membrane which is known as perivitelline space. This space is known as perivitelline space in the egg. Around this perivitelline space, there is a acellular thick layer is present. Reminded, this is acellular thick layer which is being secreted by the follicular cell, which is known as zona pellucida. Zona pellucida. So this particular layer which is acellular and secreted by follicular cell is known as zona pellucida. It is very thick in nature. Around this zona pellucida, there is a cellular layer also present. This one. This cellular layer is known as corona radiata, which is cellular in nature, which is formed by the follicular cells, granulosa follicular cells. This corona radiator cells is being formed by, or corona radiata layer is formed by the cells of the follicular cells, basically granulosa follicular cells, which surrounds the zona pellucida and forms the corona radiata. So this is what about the structure of the sperm as well as ovum. So in the next class, we will deal about the different other process with a new slide. Thank you so much.